Hey, what's up everyone? Today I bring you a video with my early impressions about Banishers Goats of New Eden. This is an action-driven RPG developed by Dontnod and published by Focus Entertainment. Dontnod are best known for developing Life is Strange, an episodic adventure game published in 2015. Knowing Dontnod's background, I must confess I was concerned about their lack of experience developing RPG games, but then I found out that they have already developed an RPG game called Vampyr that was published in 2018, and that game sits on mostly positive reviews on Steam. So, with that concern laid aside, Banishers was one of my most anticipated games for this year. Does it live up to my expectations? Well, please stay tuned and find out. The game follows a pair of lovers, Antea Duarte and Red McRace, the titular Banishers. Banishers are ghost hunters who live by the motto, life to the living, death to the dead. That means that they hunt and banish ghosts that are haunting the living. The game takes place in 1695 in New Eden, a town in New England. The couple receive a letter from a friend asking their help to deal with a haunting that is taking place in New Eden. Sadly, when they arrive, they find out that their friend had died victim to the ghost that is haunting the town. The game starts when the couple arrive in New Eden and start investigating the curse. Character control alternates between the two characters as they explore the surroundings, looking for clues and fight the occasional enemies. Shortly after arriving in New Eden, there is a dramatic turn of events when Antea dies fighting the ghost responsible for the curse. Red is left alone, but soon after he finds out that Antea is still with him in the form of a spectre, aiding him in his quest. Now, this is where the game gets interesting and the difficult moral choices come in. After Antea's death, her body lies guarded by the ghost that killed her, and you have the option to either resurrect her or give her soul eternal rest. You will have to make this choice early in the game. While exploring, you will meet characters that are haunted by ghosts. Through detective work, you will solve these hauntings, finding the reasons why those ghosts are haunting the living. When solved, you will have to decide the fate of the living and of the ghosts. Choosing to resurrect Antea is the dark path, because in order to achieve this, you must sacrifice the life of the persons being haunted, blaming them and holding them responsible for their actions. You will have to sacrifice many of the haunted in order to get enough essence to resurrect Antea. The alternative is getting rid of the ghosts, which works towards the goal of ascending Antea's soul. You can do this in two ways. The first is banishing the souls of the departed, condemning them to the eternal suffering. The second is ascending their souls, liberating them from eternal sorrow and granting them a serenity. Making these choices won't be easy, because generally there's a lot of moral ambiguity involved. No one is completely innocent. According to the choices you make, the game will have several different endings. In addition, these choices will have a profound impact on the way you will experience the game. For instance, if you decide to take the life of an NPC that also acts as a trader, that NPC will not be able to trade with you henceforth. This is a very compelling part of the game, one that keeps you invested in every decision you make, knowing that there is always repercussions. You'll try to weigh in every piece of information, trying to make the best decision according to your objectives. I also found it very compelling to investigate the hauntings, looking for clues to solve them and bring them to a closure. Being an action RPG, a major component of the game is its combat systems. When you're out exploring the world or fighting, you can switch between Red and Antea at any time at the press of a key. Most of the combat is melee based. Red uses swords, while Antea uses fist attacks. Later on, Red will be able to use rifles also. Antea's attacks are best suited to fight possessed beings like wolves and skeletons, while Red is best suited to fight ghosts. Generally speaking, combat feels good. Attacks feel like they have weight and are impactful. Red has the option to perform light attacks by pressing the left mouse button, or heavy attacks by pressing the right mouse button. If you press the right mouse button for a moment, you can perform a charged heavy attack, doing more damage, but leaving you exposed to enemy attacks. You can block or parry attacks, and you can dodge and roll out of harm's way. Normally, in other games, when you do these actions, you consume some kind of resource like stamina or endurance. Banishers doesn't have a system like that implemented, which means you can perform dodge and rolls whenever you want. I think that this makes combat too easy. You can charge mindlessly into combat, knowing that you can always just dodge and roll away when things start to get complicated. You don't have to think strategically. You can customize both characters' attack skills. Each ability has a skill tree, where you can unlock skills using skill points that you receive when you level up. This way, you can select skills that best fit your playing style, adding a level of strategy to the gameplay. Another way you can customize your characters is by unlocking new gear and upgrading it. Throughout your explorations, you will find ancient artifacts, trinkets and resources to enhance your equipment. You can do this exclusively in shelters, which also act as fast travel points. Speaking of exploration, the game follows mainly a linear path as the story unfolds and you follow the main quest line, in parallel to the haunting cases you investigate. Both the main quest's current objective and the haunting objective locations are identified on the compass at the top of the screen and on the map. I like it this way because you never feel lost and you know exactly where you have to go. Another thing I like a lot about the game is its character design. The characters are very well modeled and have unique facial features. The animations are well done and voice acting is very good. This quality adds to the feeling of immersion in the game and its world. The game does have some technical problems. I experienced several game freezes and crashes. After some research on Google, I found out that several players experienced the same problems and that the culprit is NVIDIA's DLSS AI frame generation technology. After disabling this and using TAA instead, I never experienced those problems again. So, there you have it, my early impressions about Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. I've been enjoying this game quite a lot, and from what I have played until now, I have no problem recommending this game to anyone who enjoys playing action-adventure games and action RPGs with a focus on storytelling. My congratulations to Focus Entertainment, the publisher of the game, for taking the risk on betting on a new IP in an industry that usually is very risk adverse and is happy rehashing old IPs and just releasing sequel after sequel. So kudos to Don't Nod and Focus Entertainment for innovating. Okay, let's wrap up the video. As always, if you enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!